joined by James White and the legend Robert Rangi. In round one, we have Sam Smith versus Brook, a very unfortunate matchup for team execution, with two of the top contenders for the New Zealand National Championship facing off against each other in round number one.
Yeah, it's a tragic thing to have to go against your teammates, but they are playing different decks today, and it'll be interesting to see how this goes. The thing is, we have a matchup here of Monarchs versus what looks like a partner machine deck, and maybe setting up for a big Chimera Tech fusion summon, and as well as possibly more recursion from the graveyard, just to put more damage onto the Monarchs, or at least protect his life points.
For sure, typical strategy from the Bazooka,
yeah.
Also with the OTK wrapped in. So we're going to cut to the action at the end of game number one, where a surprising misplay from Sam Smith sees the game end prematurely.
Stop digging.
Put him on the rope here. What can Smith do?
He's actually up by 600.
Gosh, this is not looking good. Nothing said. One monster's in play.
Carry that, huh?
Sure. Looks like three. Diffusion?
So he's going to come here and say, no,
There's no subject.
he's going to back that up.
You can raise it from the start. Is that right?
So as you can see there, the end of that match saw quite a surprise, with Sam Smith going for the Future Fusion, looking for the Chimera Tech, searching through his library for the future material monsters, and finding he doesn't have a Cyber Dragon left. The head judge was called over, and of course he was given a game loss for that irreparable game state.
It was a bit sad on Sam's part that he didn't actually inspect his graveyard or his removed from gameplay pile before he actually went ahead and played the Future Fusion. If he had actually done that, he would have seen that all of his Cyber Dragons were actually not in his deck, and therefore he wouldn't have probably made a stupid move like that.
Quite surprising at this level, but this is national champs. The news can get the better of you quite easily.
I think so. I think the pressure of being here, nationals, facing his teammate, somebody who actually knows what he's playing, actually helped him design it. People will crack under the pressure, give him the pace.
So moving on to game number two now. There was another classic battle for board presence. Sam Smith actually started off very strongly in the second game. He got an early card trooper, which had a lucky flip. Jinzo hit the grave off the first activation of the trooper, and he was also holding the premature burial. So Jinzo hit play extremely fast and put a lot of pressure on Brook.
Yeah, that was great. Great play from Sam to set up a very strong presence straight away. He had two tributes on the field. Not a lot that Brook could do to answer. It looked like Sam was in a very strong position to take that.
It really did. Brook did pull out a brain control on the Jinzo and tributed it to Thestelos. He got a very key card out of Sam's hand. He was very reluctant to discard the card that Brook had selected, asking him 2 times if he would like to select a different card, but Brook did insist. And I think it was the return from a different dimension.
It was. It would have made a big difference for Sam if he had actually managed to get that into play.
Yeah, Sam had gone to work removing his graveyard monsters from the game with Skull there, and he was setting up for a big return from a different dimension.
He was. He had six monsters in the graveyard, including Cyber Dragon and Jinzo, all ready to rock.
down to the end of this game, Brook Haami is in the tank. He's having a big think here, and he makes one set in the spell and trap zone and passes the turn to Sam. Sam goes in for an attack. He then plays, uses a Skull Lair on the Treeborn Frog, which
Yes.
Brook has in play, holding the fort.
That's right.
Brook goes to put it into his graveyard. Then he has a second think about it, and Sam puts him on Book of Moon. This is a very interesting call. Brook then decides, okay, the Treeborn Book can go.
Yeah.
He's not important enough to use the book on. So Sam's put him on Book. He then plays Dimension Fusion, paying 2,000.
Paying 2,000.
That'll put him down to 1,000
Yeah,
life points.
exactly.
He thinks that Brook can't do anything. But
Out comes Ring of Destruction for the game.
for the game, out of nowhere, Book of Moon, it was no Book of Moon, it was a game-winning Ring of
It was a
Destruction.
great
Let's have a look
play.
at that, Rob.
Yeah, exactly.
Since life is
2,000. You're right, right.
so I can see great else. You can afford this one.